and Marlowe Beckett. We're closing the day with Newsically Yours. Welcome to the frequency. Hit Los Angeles last summer like the whole town was contraband. Thousands were taking protest in the streets, helicopters combing the land. A year on in East L.A. the tables filled, but nobody calls it healed. Gavidia says it looks normal till you notice who never got resealed. The arrests never really stopped. They just slipped beneath the camera's eye. Same church steps, same market door, same parents reading every van that passes by. In La Cocina, in bajita, people still count who made it home. That kind of fear don't leave with daylight. It just learns to dress like the known. They call it processing, they call it policy, they call it just the law. But a city learns to flinch at vans when somebody shrugs and walks. Not mercy, not order, not some clerical mistake, just power washing its hands while people carry what it breaks. Paperwork clean, pavement filthy, same old trick in a newer key. Cruelty loves an office almost as much as pageantry. And in Pittsburgh they let a woman out sick into the cold with nowhere clear to go. Later they found her dead of hypothermia. Now homicide is what the records show. Paper says released from custody, weather says abandoned at the sharpest part. They love a passive construction when they're trying to hide a human heart. As if the wind filled out the forms, as if the sidewalk made that choice, as if a night in Pennsylvania somehow learned to imitate a voice. That's the fact pattern, plain enough to bruise, plain enough to testify. A government leaves fingerprints by acting like it never stood nearby. They call it processing, they call it policy, they call it just the law. But a body freezes where it fell because somebody shrugged and walked. Not fate, not drift, not one bad break, just power washing its hands while people carry what it breaks. The memo stays tidy, the spokesman talks clean, then the human cost turns up where the camera's never been. Look at the verbs closely. Released, found, ruled. Every one of them written to sound neutral, as though weather did it, as though panic drives itself. Cruelty is learned office manners. They that doesn't make it less crude. No, the weather had a badge and a radio and a budget line. The weather kicked doors in June and left whole neighborhoods behind. The weather said you're free to go, then left the night to finish the task. And cities get called resilient because nobody in power likes the next question asked. What do you owe the living after teaching them to brace? What do you call a system that keeps making mercy look too expensive? A woman left to freeze, a city taught to scan, same doctrine in a different key. If a government keeps leaving people to the weather is policy. The brew stays after the convoy goes. The cold stays after the paperwork clears. You can tell yourself nobody meant it. The dead rarely get that luxury.